Hey friends, Powwow guy Rob Phoenix here. Just popping in quick to talk a little bit about a symbol that we see and use in the powwowing tradition. It's even in the long lost friend. It's a symbol of protection, and generally speaking, it's drawn on parchment, folded up, carried for protection. You know, whatever could be carved into like the wood of the barn or whatever. And it's this. It's pretty simple, right? It's uh, the pentacle, 5-pointed star, and it says Ilik, which means holy, holy, holy. And then in the center it says Elohim, which means Lord. So it brings to mind the psalm that I remember from, not the psalm, the hymn from church. Um, Growing up as a Catholic, it was like, holy, holy, holy Lord, God of power and might, heaven and earth are full of your glory. Hosanna in the highest. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Uh, Lovely hymn. So it puts you in mind of that. And so we use that in powwow as a sort of a protective mechanism. Basically, it means blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. And that's how we are supposed to go forth into the world. Um, but I don't know if you've been keeping track of some of the videos I make. I talked maybe a few months ago about, I talked occasionally about ceremonial magic, hexenmeister work, cunning craft, that sort of thing. And a couple of months ago, I said that I personally believe that the sixth and seventh books of Moses, is basically the grimoire for the Hexenmeister. The Hexenmeister, as a quick recap, is a powwower who has also taken to breaking curses, fighting against malevolent spirits and malevolent witchery, that sort of thing, and doing so by means that are generally and traditionally not found within powwow, but more like another level to powwowing, where we embrace the ceremonial roots that we have, more ceremonial roots that we have in medieval Christianity and the European cunning traditions. And that's what you find in books like this, or the Cunning Man's Grimoire, that sort of thing. So that symbol I was talking about, this here, the pentacle, believe it or not, it has much more powerful origins. And it was, at least one use of it is, the books of Moses talks about how it would have been a part of a ritual for the magician to summon forth the plagues of Moses on the enemy. And in the manner it was used is it was drawn, but in the air. And your finger had to be consecrated in what was called Three Kings water. Three Kings water is holy water that is blessed on January 6th for in the names of Casper, Melchior, and Balthazar, who are, of course, the three kings, the three wise men. Unfortunately, just saying January 6th has a negative connotation in this day and age, but at one time it was, and it still is, something good. Just ignore the modern evilness that has been done on that day. But anyway, Three Kings water, you would draw this symbol in the air, and even like write the words, Ilik, Elohim, in the air. But then it's drawn on the ground, and each line is 13 feet long. Okay, and it's actually called the pentagon, or the omnipotent five corners. That's how powerful this is. This is like the conjuration where you are going to be kneeling in the center space here, and then doing all these conjurations and such in order to call upon the pillar of fire and the burning bush and the plagues and all this other stuff. So it says here, this mysterious figure must be written before the exorcism in the open air, like I said, and on the ground with consecrated chalk, or with the index finger of the right hand dipped in holy Three Kings water. Each line must be 13 feet in length. The conjurer then kneels in the center of the star with uncovered head and with face turned toward Zion, and calls first in a loud voice coming from the heart the names of Caspar, Melchior, and Balthazar 13 times. And after calling these 13 times, he must also then call the high and sacred name of Elohim 375 times with equal fervor and faith. So, and there are all kinds of like little sub rules you have to follow. The Saturn and Jupiter and Mars all have to be in a certain place. And it's a very complex ritual that takes place after 13 days of ritualistic fasting and preparation. So it's a lot. It's a lot. It's not for the faint of heart, but I just want you to know that while powwow is seemingly just a simplistic folk tradition, the things that we do have roots in actual powerful rites, Christian rites, and they're nothing to sneeze at. So just to add a little depth, if you yourself are drawing that symbol for somebody for protection, just know that like that hymn is a part of it. That speaks to the power of this thing, that it is used still as a focal point of power and a protective device where in which the conjurer conjures all these various things. You'll find if there are any true cunning practitioners left, they'll be doing this stuff. But most likely you're going to find the remnants of that tradition here in Pennsylvania German Hexenmeister work. So anyway, that's really all I had to talk about. I thought it was interesting. Thought I'd share that with you guys. Hope you enjoyed this information. And if you have any questions, leave them down below. Otherwise, another beautiful day in South Central Pennsylvania. If you had the nice weather, enjoy it. God bless you guys. Love you. And we will talk again soon.